Hi, I'm Eric Harms with Hegg Realtors, and in this Builder Spotlight, we are here with Nick Thurman from Thurman Construction. We're out here at 925 South Haley Avenue in Aspen Ridge in Brandon, South Dakota, and just really excited to see what Nick's got out here. So, Nick, first off, is this a house somebody can buy, or are you building this for somebody else?
This is sold. Somebody's moving in next week.
All right, well, they're going to be lucky to move into this one. You know, what are some of the features in this house that really stood out to you?
Big things like the kitchen, you know, the showplace cabinetry, the vented hood. The view is hard to beat.
Yeah, no backyard neighbors.
No backyard neighbors, a lot of wildlife back there. We had turkeys walk up here last week to the house. It's got a really big garage. They love that part.
Yeah, one of the things I really like is you got the white cabinets and stuff, but then you went with a natural island, a natural hood and stuff. So kind of having that two-tone look, I think, is a pretty cool look.
It breaks it up a little bit.
So, Nick, how'd you get started in construction? How long have you been doing this?
My dad started a company in '74, so I started working with him when I was probably 5 or 6 years old, and pretty much been doing it my entire life.
So you pretty much raised on the job site, were you?
With a broom and scrapers and so.
Well, I tell you what, learning from your dad, I think, has got to be a pretty good way to go about that. So, Nick, when you're not out building awesome houses, what do you like to do? What's fun for Nick Thurman?
I love hunting. I bow hunt a lot. That's a big thing. I try to golf. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I can vouch for him that sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
More bad than good, but
yeah, well, my game can be that way too. Right now, obviously, we're out here in Brandon. Where else do you build around the Sioux Empire? I mean, are you pretty much everywhere?
Yeah. We got a house in Hartford going right now. We're doing a basement in Harrisburg. We're building a house on the west side of Sioux Falls and Jefferson area, which you also are part of.
Yeah. Yep, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, all over. We built a huge house down by Lake Albin 8-9 years ago. So pretty much go wherever.
Well, that's great. So when you meet with people who are maybe looking to build and stuff like that, how does that process go with you? Is it, kind of sit down and talk about ideas and home styles and stuff like that?
Yeah, sometimes they have their own ideas. You can come with your own blueprints. You can do that. If you have no idea where to start, we'll kind of get a feel for what you're after, and then we'll just start drawing stuff up. And I draw most of my own blueprints, so we might have some ideas that you've liked in the past, or we might have to change a little bit here and there, or however it works.
Well, and sometimes that can be really helpful since you do a lot of your own plan design and your own drawing, that you can kind of pull up a plan that you've done in the past to at least give you a jumping off point.
Yeah. It's more, usually they'll have an idea. We'll have 4 or 5 different blueprints just to kind of give them something to look at. And sometimes we have to take them to actual houses. If they can't visualize it, we try to have a good relationship with the homeowner so we can bring them in 2, 3, or 4 years later and say, can we walk around the house just to get some ideas?
For sure. I can see where that has a lot of value. Now, when you're, on a house like this, what should somebody expect for a build timeline? Like, how long does it take you from the time you put a shovel in the ground?
Probably 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
The weather can kind of dictate that a little bit. This last month has been really hard. It's been really, really cold. So that can slow you down if you get in the rains in the spring. But typically, 5 to 6 months.
Okay. Now, this house is a 5-bed, 3-bath. This one's a ranch with a walkout. What's the square footage on this house?
This is 1925, I believe.
On the main
level.
So you're probably 37 total.
Right around there.
Yep. Now, obviously, this one's a ranch. You do 2 stories,
Everything.
you do slab on grade.
We've done everything.
Pretty much whatever anybody could want.
Yeah.
What are some things that you're seeing in building right now, just kind of whether it's styles or just kind of methods of construction, or, whether it's more craftsman style or more modern and stuff like that?
I don't know if there's really one style that's really sticking out more than others.
A little bit of everything.
Out of 4 houses, we have 4 totally different styles going. So,
Well, I would ask you what the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on job site is, but I'm pretty sure I just heard about it before the camera started rolling. So tell us a little bit about just how invested sometimes you get into your work.
Well, that injury?
Yeah.
I was on a ladder about 18 feet, and the legs of the ladder, I think, broke, and I went face first onto a concrete floor, bounced off my head. Don't remember any of it for 4 or 5 days. Or
That's probably best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife has to deal with it more than I do.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're glad that you came out of that and that you're able to put just some really cool houses like this together. Like you said, you've got projects going in a lot of different places. So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, Nick, what's the best way?
You can email me at Thurman_construct@hotmail or call me at 605-212-2332.
Awesome. Well, again, I'm Eric Harms with Hegg Realtors. I want to thank Nick Thurman from Thurman Construction for being part of our Builder Spotlight today, and we'll see you next time.